and whatever content teacher want to show can be project on the bigger screen. Then there is a pen drive. This pen drive is used to storage of the data. Whatever data you are having, you can safely store in this pen drive. Then there is a CD. This CD will be used for also for the storing the data, and you can keep data for a longer period. Then there is a mobile phones. You all are aware of the mobile phones. We are using this mobile phone for also the storing the data, for communicating with each other, for passing that data with each other. Many applications are we can store in the mobile phones. We can take the photographs of the content. Then there is a microphones. Microphones we can use for the speaking. So these are all the devices of ICT, uh, like laptop. Then there is a projector. Then there is a um, pen drive, CDs, mobile phones, microphone, and many other devices are there. Then think about it. How is information communication technology important for dealing with the explosion of information? Now we will see that use of ICT, how can explore, means how can spread the knowledge amongst the many of the generations. Like first we will see the generation of computer. Do you know that when is the first computer was used? The first computer was used in the period 1946 to 1959. It is known as ENIAC. The first generation of the computer is what? For 1946 to 1959. You can see in this picture the various types of the 5 generations of the computers are given. This is the first generation here. Then there is a second generation. See how computers look in the second generation. Then in third generation, the computer looks like this. Then in fourth generation, like this, and this fifth generation, which is now we are using. Fifth generation is very much advanced than the first, second, third, and fourth generation. The first generation, in first generation computer, they use the wall in it. This wall will help to run the computer. It consume lot of electricity. Lot of electricity is consumed in the first generation. Because of that, what happens? The computer will shut down again and again. So they are making changes in this. They are making changes accordingly in that along the generations, so that in fifth generation we can use the computer properly. Then how does, we will see how does computer will work. There is input unit, processing unit, and output unit. Computer work on input unit, processing unit, and output unit. Now first we will see what is input unit. Now name itself suggests what is input. Input means to enter something. Now how we can enter anything in the computer? First we have to collect the data. Whatever material we are having, we have to collect it in a raw form. Like while studying also, during the exam, what you do, you are having a books, so that books you study. After studying it, what you do, you you memorize all those things. During exam, what you will do, you will process it. Process it means what? The question asked to you, you are knowing that you are not writing what all the things what you have remember. You are writing what accordingly what questions are asked, answers of that questions. So you, from whatever memory you are having, from that you are only writing the answer of that question. Then after that, what you get, the teacher will correct the paper and give you the marks. So that will be the output. So all now first we will see the input. For input devices, there are some of the examples are given here. First one is a mouse you all are using. Then keyboard are there for typing. Then there is a camera. So these are what input units. With the help of a mouse, keyboard, you can enter the data into the computer or laptop. And then camera, you can click the photographs, and that photographs you can use in the laptop. So these are what inputting. You are entering the data with the help of these devices in the computer. Then there is a processing units. Now processing units, it consists of memory, control, and ALU unit. Now memory is what, whatever data you are entering, the computer has to store it. Control unit is what? Whatever data you have entered, that has to be controlled. And what is ALU unit? That is arithmetic logical unit, which is a electric circuit. What is ALU? That is arithmetic logical unit, which is a electric circuit. That electric circuit helps to process that data. Now this is the electric circuit which is fixed in the CPU. This is the CPU. Under this, there is this electric circuit is fixed, so that whatever data you are entering is stored in this system. Then there is a output unit. In output unit, what you are having, there is a printer. Like if you are giving the command, whatever data you have input in the enter in the computer, that is processed, that you have arranged properly, and after that you can give the command on the printer so that you will get the soft copy of it. Then there is a speakers are there. You can hear the whatever, if you want to listen to music. Now also you can get to hear me with the help of the speakers. Then there is a screen. On screen we can see the data, and also it will help to arrange the data. Then we will see the important components of a computer. The first one is memory, then operating system, program, data, and information. Now what is memory? Memory is the place for storing data obtained from the input and also the generated solution or answer by the computer. Now what is memory? It is the place of storing the whatever data which we are entering in the computer. It is stored in the memory. There are two types of memory, that is internal memory and external memory. Now internal memory is RAM, that is random access memory. What is RAM? That is random access memory. You can make changes in this storage. In this memory you can make the changes. Next is what? ROM, that is read only memory. What is the name itself suggests? Read only means you cannot modify it or you cannot make any changes in this memory. Then now there is an external memory. What is external memory? External memory consists of what? External memory consists of operating system, program, and data and information. Operating system is what? This is a program which provides a means of communication between the computer and the person working on it. Operating system is what? It is communication between the it provides what? Communication between the computer and the person working on it. That is DOS, disk operating system. There should be a communication between the computer and the person who is working. So what is used for that? That is operating system. Which operating system is used? DOS, that is disk operating system. Then there is a program. A program is a group of commands to be given to the computer. Program is what? Whatever command you are giving to the computer is known as what? Program. Then data and information. Whatever data is available, it is in raw form. Raw form means it is not processed. So what are the important components of a computer? Memory, then there is a operating system, program, data, and information. Now next we will see the components of computers. What are the components of computers are there? Hardware and software. Now what is hardware? Hardware consists of all the electronic and mechanical parts used in computers. Now which are the mechanical and electronic parts are here? That RAM, ROM, then CPU, screen, mouse, keyboard, all are these hardware, electronic and mechanical parts of the computer, which are known as the hardware parts or hardware components of computers. Then what is software? Software refers to the commands given to the computer, information supplied to it, and the results obtained from the computer after analysis. Now, what is software? Whatever data we are entering in the, or whatever command we are giving to the computer, and whatever output we are getting from it, that is what software. So what are the two components of computers? First is hardware, all the parts of the computer, and then software is what? Whatever data we are entering and whatever output we are getting from it, it is software. Then we will see by using Microsoft how we will create a document and how we can write the equation from this. Now, what is the procedure for making? What is the procedure for making the Word document? See, click on this icon. You can get this icon on your desktop. You have to click on it, then select the new option for the new file, and then you can, whatever data you are having, means material, what document or what you have to prepare, you can write on that page and you can save it. We will see this. Okay. Now this is how the Word document will see. If we click on the Excel Word, you will get such document on the computer. In the file, you can select a new page, that is blank document. You can select, then you can, with the help of it, you can increase the font. You can increase the font, whatever font you want, you can increase with it. Or you can, if you want to change the style of the letters, you can use this option for making, means whatever style of writing you want, you can use it. Now I am here typing here chapter number 10. ICT. See how this you can type on it, you can select it, you can change the font size, that is size of the font, like this. You can use this option for changing the font. You can use this option for making it bold. You can underline it. Then you can change the font of this. Different font you will get with the help of this option. Then we will see how we can insert, how we can write the mathematical equations or science equations. See, you can see here this equation option is there. With the help of that, we can like this, we can, if we want to write the box formula, we can use this option, so that you will get like this box formulas. Also we can use different, you can see here different options are there. See here, plus minus sign is there, similarity sign is there, triangle sign is there, then Fahrenheit is there, then degree Celsius sign is there. So many signs you can, math symbols you can add with this. Like for example, if you want to write 10 is smaller than 100. So like this you can use it. So other things are also there, like symbols are there, various symbols you can see here, alpha, beta, then pi symbol is there. Okay, then some symbol is there. So like this you can make the Word document. If you want to save it. You can save it. Okay. So this is all about Microsoft Word. So with the use of Microsoft Word, we can create the documents. Then next is using Microsoft Excel to draw graphs based on the obtained numerical information. Now, what is the procedure for it? That click on the Microsoft Excel icon on desktop, select the new option and then blank option from the file tab. Type the information which is to be used to draw the graph on the sheet on the screen. After you have finished typing, select the information and click on the required graph in the Insert tab. Analyze the information using graph. Now we will see how we can draw a graph with the use of Microsoft Excel. What you have to do, you have to click on first Microsoft Excel on your desktop. You will get spreadsheet like this. In that spreadsheet, now for example, we are taking name of the, in the first column, we are writing name of the students. In the second column, we are writing that we are entering the test marks, test 1. Then in the second column, test 2. And in the third column, test 3. Suppose we are writing here name of the student as A, B, and C. We are entering the marks of the students here in 3 of the test, like 25. Then in second test, A is secured 30 marks. Then in test 3, he is getting 28 marks. In the first first test, B is getting 20 marks. In second test is getting 26 marks. In this test is getting 30 marks. And for the C, we are entering 25 marks for the first test, then 24 for the second, and then 28 for the third test. Now we will have to draw a graph for it, so that we will come to know in a one place only that who has secured how much marks who has secured. Now we have to select it. Okay. Now we have to insert. From insert, we have to draw the graph. You can see a various option here. Now we are selecting this type of graph. Now you can see in this graph, you can see how much marks secured by the A. See here. In test 1, this is the data of the A students. In first test, he has got 25. Then in the second test, he has got 30 marks, and in the third test, he has secured the 28 marks. So blue denotes the marks of the A, orange color denotes the marks of the B, and light blue color are secured by the marks secured by the student C. So you can easily see here who is securing the more marks. The student A has secured more marks in test 1, and in test 2 also the student A is secured the more marks, and in test 3 who has secured the more marks? The student B has secured the more marks. So by this graphical representation, you will come to know that who has secured the more marks in which stage. So like this, you can make the use of spreadsheet or Excel sheet for getting this data. You can draw the graph with the use of this spreadsheet. Okay. So you have seen how we have made the use of graph, how we have made the use of Excel sheet for making the graph. Then what precaution to be taken while entering the data in the Excel sheet? First is the data what we are entering in the table. Now you have seen how we have entered the data in the table, like for the student A, B, C, it should be in a tabular form. It should be in the table form. So data what we are entering in it should be in a tabular form. Then second, it smart tag can be used. Smart tag is what? For dragging the data. If we are entering the same data, there is a option smart tag, so that we can use. we will see here. This is the smart tag. See here, this is the smart tag. You can see here, this is the smart tag. So this tag can be used. Then data can formatted once entered. You can make any changes in the data which is entered. Then every time you have to place the equal sign should be typed first. Equal sign should be typed first when you are entering any of the formula. For example, if you want to do the additions of the data which you have filled, like I will write the numbers in that column. So if you want to count that, if you want the addition of that number in the last column which is blank, you first have to put the equal sign and then you will get the addition formula of it. You can enter it and you will get the sum of that data entered. Then there is a Microsoft PowerPoint. Now what we the slide which I'm presenting in front of you, it is made with the help of PowerPoint. That is a PowerPoint presentation. Now we will see how we can make the PowerPoint presentation. See here, you can see this icon P, PowerPoint presentation. See, we can select the blank slide over here. So how this is how look the PowerPoint presentation. You can, with the help of new slides, you add the many slides here. You can enter the data here, like title you can give, then whatever content you are having, that content you can write down here, and you can make the PowerPoint presentation and you can give the presentation. Okay, so what are the steps to follow for making the presentation? First, you have to click on the icon of PowerPoint presentation. Then you have to select the new option, and then blank slide will be appear. On that, you have to type the content which you are having, and then you can make the use of designs, like various designs are there for the slides, and you can also use the animation tab. Animation tab is for using a various effect to the content, like content is appearing with the like it will be bouncing, it will be swirling, it will be turning. So like that animations you can add to the pictures also, or you can add it to the words also. Then there is a web browser. Now what is the web browser? Web browser is nothing but the Google Chrome, then Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer. So these are what search engines which we are using for searching different things. All you are using the web browsers for searching. Opera Mini is there, also the Yahoo, Bing is there. So different various web browsers are there which we can use for collecting the data and informations. For that, what you require the internet connection. So with the internet connection, we can browse or we can search for the various things. Like if you are having any doubt, you can Google search it. Nowadays, we are easily using it. For any of the reason, we are using the search engines for searching the content. Then we will see the uses of other uses of ICT. That is demonstration, then prediction, collecting scientific information. Now, what is demonstration? Like some experiments and concepts in science can be demonstrated easily and effectively by using simulation and animation. Example, functioning of the nervous system, like nervous system. Now if I want to explain you the nervous system, I will use the animation, like how the nervous system is, uh, how we can use the, like how the nervous system is working. So this we can demonstrate. Other experiments, like experiments of the um, titration or any other thing, we can help, means we can show it the color changes, or we can we can make you understand the cell structure with the help of ICT. So for demonstration, demonstrating means to explain the working model of that system, or 3D animation we can show on it. Then there is a prediction. Predictions, what predictions can be made after compiling and processing information. We can collect the data and we can arrange it, so that from that arranged data, now in Excel sheet, how we have collected the data, we have arranged the marks of the students, and after that we get the result that who has secured the more marks. So like that, we can use the meteorological people are using it for predicting the rainfall. So this can be used for predictions. Then there is a collecting scientific information. Now scientific information, we can collect it with the help of what? Internet, emails, news groups, blogs, chat rooms, Wikipedia, then video conference, etc. Like these are the things by which we can collect the scientific information. By what? Internet we can use, then news groups are there, blogs are there written by the well-known scientists, then chat rooms are there, then emails, we can get the emails on the Gmails, and then Wikipedia is there. Wikipedia is having a vast content, then video conferencing, etc. So these are the other uses of ICT. How we can use the ICT in other way? For demonstrating, for prediction, then collecting the scientific information. So these are all about the uses of the ICT. Then we will see the opportunities in the computer field. Now what job opportunities, in terms of job opportunity, we will see in the field of computer. The first one is software field. Now, this is an important field. Having accepted the challenge of creating the software, many companies have entered in this field. You have heard about the software engineers, those who are making the softwares. There are various languages, C++, Java languages are there, they are using in this software field. So there is a companies who are developing the software, and for that they are looking for the software engineers, or those who are doing has done the MSc IT. So these people are helping developing the, or getting the job opportunities in such companies for developing developing the software, so that this application which are made from them we are using. The opportunity in the software field can be classified as application program development, like software package development, operating systems, and utility development, special purpose scientific application. They can modify the application what they are using. Like we are using various application nowadays. There is a Zoom app or other application, like online study applications are there, then also the online shopping applications are there. These are customized by the different companies are making this application to fulfill the need of their customers. According to their customers need, they are making that applications and we are using it. So the software companies are giving chances to the software developers. Then hardware field is there. Today there are several companies in our country too which make computers. They sell computers that they have themselves made. Others sell computers brought from outside, as well as repair them and take maintenance contracts to keep computers in big companies working efficiently without a break. Plenty of jobs are available here. There are job opportunities in hardware designing, hardware production, hardware assembly and testing, hardware maintenance, servicing and repairs also. So this hardware field is having a vast job opportunities. In this company, the people are getting job of like repairing the computer, then assembling the computer parts. They are bringing the computer parts from the other made up of other companies, and they are assembling it. Assembling means they are joining that system so that it will work perfectly, and then according to the need they can join it, according to their choice they can use it, they can make the modification in it, and they can resell it. So assembled computer they can resell it. And also there is a hardware maintenance companies are there, like for offices many computers laptops are there, so they are having they are giving the contract to the companies, those who look after the repairing or problems in the computers according to their needs. Whenever it is required, that there's a requirement of repair of the computer, maintenance of the computers, they call that companies. They are having the annual yearly contract with them, so they give the money to them annually, a fixed amount, so that in that money they are repairing or doing the hardware work, means seeing looking after the computer, what is wrong in the why it is not working. Also the for security purpose, that security will be given by that company. Then there is a training. The training of new entrants for various jobs is a vast field. It is very important to have dedicated teachers who are competent in the field of computers. Now you are going to the computer classes where the teacher should be very well versed with the computer knowledge, so that she or he can impart knowledge to you, so that you will learn the how computer can be used. You can learn a various software hardware um, system of the computer. So training you can get from that classes. Then there is a marketing. There are many establishments which make and sell computers and related accessories. They need good salespersons who are experienced in the working of computers, as well as skilled marketing. Like we are going to malls, we find their salesperson who will make you understand about the features of the computers. So such job is also there for marketing the computers. Like salesperson should be should be well known with the features of the computers, the internal and external parts of the computer, so that he will make the customer know about the each and every things, each and every good and bad things about the computer, so that it will make customer easily can buy the computers, and salesman should be having the good opportunity in marketing. Then we will be having evaluation. Now we will see how much you have uh, learned from it. So right, you can copy down this question, two questions in your notebook, or you can take the screenshot of it. Please write the question. You have to make a spreadsheet, like Excel sheet you have to use for this data. The data is that you can find on the page number 4 of your textbook from the uh, lesson on laws of motion. Write down the question using a spreadsheet, draw graphs between distance and time using the information about the movements of Amar Akbar Anthony given in the table on page number 4 in the lesson on laws of motion. Then second is what precautions will you take while drawing the graph? So the precautions we have already discussed in the slide, so that precautions you can write here. So you have to note down these two questions, or you can take the screenshots of this question and you have to complete this. Uh, then we will quickly revise from the beginning. Now, which devices do we use directly or indirectly for collecting, sharing, processing, and communicating information? We are using many devices like microphones, mobile phones, then speakers, laptops. These are the devices we are using for communicating, sharing, processing. Then what is ICT and various devices used in ICT, we will see. What is ICT? The term information communication technology includes communication devices and the use of those devices, as well as the services provided with their help. What is ICT? We are using such laptops, microphones, radio, TV we are using, and we are getting service out of that. It is known as ICT. Which are the some of the devices of ICT? That is laptop, then projector is there, then there is a pen drive, then CD is there, then mobile phones, microphones. So these are the devices, some of the devices of the ICT we are using. Then how is information communication technology important for dealing with the explosion of information? Then with the use of such devices, how we can spread the use of ICT, or how we can spread the knowledge. Now, what is the first generation of the computer? The period of first generation of the computer is between 1946 to 1959. You can see in the picture, these are the generations, how the computer looks in different generation. In the first generation, second generation, third, fourth, and fifth. The fifth generation is now what we are using. Now, how the computer works? Computer works on these three things: input unit, processing unit, and output units. Input units are mouse, keyboard, and camera. Then a processing unit is what? Memory unit, control unit, and ALU unit. What is ALU? ALU is arithmetic logical unit. So this is what electrical circuit which is fixed in the CPU, which will store the data. Then there is an output unit. Whatever input, whatever data you are having, you are inputting it or entering it in the computer. It will store it, process it. You can form it in a proper manner. You can arrange it, and then you will get a print of it, or you can hear it, or you can see on the screen. That is what output unit. So first is given here is printer. These are the output units. Then there is a speakers are there. Then there is a screen. Then what are the important components of a computer? Memory. Then memory is of two types, that is internal memory and external memory. Then internal memory is of two types, that is RAM and ROM. RAM is what? RAM is what? Random access memory. And what is ROM? Read only memory. You can modify, you can do the changes in the RAM, but you cannot make any changes in the ROM. Then there is operating system, program, data, and information. What is operating system? Operating system is what? It is a communication between the computer and the person who is using it. And program, whatever command we are giving to the computer is the program. And what is data and information? Whatever raw thing we are having, raw content we are having, that is a data. Then there is hardware and software. Hardware are all the mechanical parts, electrical parts of the computers are known as hardware. And software is what? Whatever command we are giving or whatever output we are getting, that is a software. Then we have already seen how we can use the Word document for making the documents. Then there is a Word Excel, how we have made the Excel sheet in question or evaluation. Also, you have to make the Excel sheet like this. You have to get this graph from it. So here you have to nicely arrange the data in this tabular form, and then you have to select the insert option. Then you will have to select the graph, and you will get such graph for the data which you have entered. Then what precaution you have to take? You have to take this precaution while entering the data in the Excel sheet. These are the precautions. That data which you are entering should be in tabular form. Then there is a smart tag. You have already seen it. What is smart tag? Then data can formatted once enter. You can make any changes. If there is a wrong data you have entered, or you want to make changes in the data, you can alter it. Then you have to enter the equal sign first, and then you have to enter the formula. Then you have seen the use of Microsoft PowerPoint, how we can create it. Now what I'm presenting is the same made in the Microsoft PowerPoint. Then there is a web browser. Web browser is used for the searching various things, like there are various search engines, Mozilla, Firefox, then uh, Google Chrome is there, Opera Mini is there, then Internet Explorer is there, Bing is there. So such web browsers we can use for searching the various data. Then we have seen the uses of other uses of ICT. First is demonstration in science practical. Teacher can be demonstrate you on the computer. 3D images can be used. Then predictions, like after arranging the data, the predictions can be made. Then collecting scientific information, the scientific information will be seen. Then there are the various opportunities in the computer field of computer, that is software field, hardware field, training, then marketing, software field. In software field you can uh, means you can get the opportunities for software developers. Then in hardware field there is a repairing of computer, maintenance of the computer. In training, the teachers are giving the trainings to those who are not knowing the computers. In marketing, the salesperson will sell the computer. I hope you have noted down the question already. Have you all noted down the questions? Now we have done with the today's topic, that is ICT. And nowadays we are using this ICT for our online education. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shraddha madam. It was a nice lecture.
Yes.
Students, I hope all the lectures
Thank you,
were
ma'am.
very good and all have understood. Next stopped. So students, tomorrow our lectures will be Max 1, Max 2, History and English subject. So please join at 8 o'clock, all the students. Thank you, and ask your friends also to join. Thank you very much.